Welcome back, everyone. So today we have another really interesting data mine from Metal Meta on Reddit. I covered a previous data mine by Metal Meta, and this one is just as intriguing, if not more. So without further ado, I'll get into what was found in the data mine. Firstly, Beast, Professor X, and Dark Phoenix all mention the Inhumans amongst other team bonuses. However, there currently isn't an Inhuman team bonus in the game since we only have two Inhumans playable, Crystal and Miss Marvel. Along with this is something I find especially intriguing, and that is that Medusa has a new voice clip added to the game that wasn't there before the X-Men update. So this could mean a couple things. First off, previous data mines have suggested that Black Bolt and Medusa were originally planned to be playable, but for whatever reason didn't make the lineup. If they were far enough along in development, this new data mine could indicate that they will finally make it into the game as playable characters. If they are both added, we would have enough characters to round out that Inhumans team bonus I mentioned previously. However, this could just end up being NPC dialogue from Medusa, similar to how Professor X and Beast comment during Gauntlets, but I hope this isn't the case. Speaking of NPC dialogue, there are new NPC dialogues added in the files as well. Most notably, the NPCs specifically call out Doomstot and the Negative Zone. Because of this, Metal Meta believes that this is hinting at the new story additions that we've all been waiting for, and I'm inclined to agree with him. I don't think this is just part of a gauntlet because it's hard to imagine how Doomstot and the Negative Zone would be incorporated in the current version of the game without new levels being created for those locations. I also can't imagine why they would be referenced by NPCs if they weren't going to play an important role in the game. And there are actually more references to those locations as well. Iceman has a line where he states that the Negative Zone is very cold, but that doesn't bother him. Cable mentions Annihilus and that he'll squash the future that he causes. In the comics, Annihilus has been deemed Lord of the Negative Zone, and he is also a common adversary for the Fantastic Four, so this all checks out. And Metal Meta and I agree that Annihilus is likely the big boss that will fight in the Negative Zone, if this all turns out to be true. Cable also mentions not having enough gear to take on a Celestial. Metal Meta believes this could be a reference to Galactus, which it could be, but I'm not confident that's the case. However, I don't have an alternate theory on which Celestial this could be a reference to, given the current information. But if it is Galactus, I personally would be disappointed to not see Silver Surfer playable. I also can't help but feel like Galactus might be better served as a bigger villain in MUA4 than as a DLC boss. As far as Doomstot goes, it seems to be in trouble, and there are hints of vampires within Doomstot. The vampires could be a way to tie into the Marvel Knights DLC pack story if this ends up to be the case. For those that are unfamiliar, Doomstot is the capital of Latveria, which is run by Dr. Doom himself. We know Doom will have some importance in the next DLC because the title of DLC 3 is Shadow of Doom. I would also highly suspect that Doom will be our mysterious 5th playable character in that pack alongside the Fantastic Four. Both prior packs had their antagonists playable, Morbius and Phoenix, so I'm sure this will follow suit. And the last part of the data mine describes 4 new alternate costumes that are coming, and I'm not sure if Marvel accidentally revealed this as well because they've since removed it, but you can actually see the images for those costumes here. Lightning Shirt and Scarf Miss Marvel, Hooded Miles, Gwenom, and Anti-Venom, all pretty cool in my opinion. This image from Marvel has since been replaced with this one, and they both state that they are part of the December 23rd update, but those 4 in particular were not available. My guess is that they were initially planned to be part of the update, but will instead be part of the next event in the Danger Room Battle Pass, since there is a timer that will expire in a little over a month from now. So we may not have to wait long to get these alternate costumes. If I were to get my hopes up really high, I would hope that Black Bolt or Medusa would be part of that as well, but that's probably a long shot. But to finish off the Danger Room topic, Metal Meta found that the next event will be called Beast's Bountiful Bonuses, so we at least know the name. Before I finish up this video, there was one other thing Metal Meta found that's worth mentioning, and that is different levels for Danger Room that aren't consistent with what we currently have. The files reference Delta at level 150, Zeta level 200, and Omega level 300. As Metal Meta points out, this could just be cut content. I'm not sure we would see an increase to a level 300 level cap, probably 250 at most, but you never know. Since Danger Room auto-levels your characters to match the lobby, this could just be a high-level room with no bearing on the actual level cap in-game, or it could be nothing, but I thought I should mention it since I found it interesting. But that's everything in this data mine. Like I've said in other videos, data mines only give an idea of what the developers had in mind at one point and is not absolutely a certainty. But it's still really interesting, and even just this little bit of data gives us a lot to think about, and if true, could mean that we'll actually get some legitimate story additions to the game. If you'd like to check out the original Reddit post for yourself, I'll have a link for it in the description below, along with a link to the Discord page for this channel if you're looking for people to play Ultimate Alliance with online. But I'll go ahead and end off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.